Hello everyone. So in this video, I want to discuss a collection that went really well for me, but is a really good collection to learn from because it had literally every single move in the Wave 1 strategy, and it was beautiful. And you can see here on the market cap, it's not a great collection. It dropped down to like 8,000 market cap after peaking at just over 50,000, but it's the way it moved. And literally, I've just traded it, so it's literally only 25 minutes old, funnily enough. Don't know what it's going to do from here, don't particularly care. Let's go through the phases of this collection. So the first thing, if you've been following all of the training tutorials, you know it's about understanding meme coins and knowing a bit more about what might trend, what might not. And as I've been showing you on Deck Screener, most of the stuff is just rubbish. It's just random names of stuff like Reddit, Meta, Louis Vuitton, just random names of things. And apart from that, there's just loads of rugs and scams. So that's the majority of collection. So if you see anything half decent, like this is just a little joke, is Pepe combined with the joke about having to work at McDonald's, and they're making the joke that if the dev doesn't make any money from this collection, that's where he'll end up. So it's all right, you know, as soon as I saw that, and funnily enough, I didn't see it here on Deck Screener because it wasn't there. I went to Bird Eye, remember how I showed you? And all of the links were actually in Bird Eye immediately as soon as this collection had launched. So that's when I saw it, and I was like, okay, so this is going to move a little bit. And you can see on their Twitter that a few days ago, they were literally trying to do a little bit of marketing. So it's like the collection actually had some, you know, some energy behind it, some marketing behind it. They kind of tried a little bit. So that automatically, you know, you think in your mind, okay, this is all right. This is an all right collection. It might do something. And interestingly, I joined in about... where do we start from? About 12 minutes in, something like that. So here is the initial flip. This is the snipe, the launch sniping. So literally off launch, if you quickly check this, like I did in Soul Scanner, and you got it ready on BonkBot, then you could get involved. Now, I didn't get involved in this part, but in this part, if you bought anywhere 4,000, 5,000, maybe even 9,000, 10,000, you could have flipped and had a 2-3x. A brilliant move. So this was literally the first strategy. The second strategy, that's where I got involved, is remember the panic dip? I love that. And when I saw it, and I saw it hold around this level, I didn't get in here. I wish I did. I had a couple of failed transactions as well. I got in about here, about 20, 22, around that level. And then I did the second strategy, which is the panic dip. And then you guys already know, if you've been watching all the strategy videos, at the previous all-time high, that's the first target. So I'm taking profit there. And you can see other people took profit there because we had some sell-offs. And then what do? We go to the psychological level, 50. And what's beautiful is we broke over it a little bit. It gave me time to sell a good bit of my position there. And then, you know, I have to keep a little bit back to see if it runs a bit. And it was going sideways here and it was struggling a bit. And then that's it, I'm out. And unfortunately, I had a couple of failed transactions there with the final little portion of my position, but I still managed to get out. And that's the end of that. So you see two strategies that work there. But then, if you go even further, you've got the third strategy, which I've shown you before. This one, when you just get so much selling in the space of like 2-3 seconds, and we suddenly drop from 30 all the way up to 5. Massive selling. Exhaustion flip. Look at that. So 6,000 all the way up to 14,000. So you're not going to get these entries perfect. But if you wanted to, this is a more risky one because obviously it's a downtrend. We could jump in here and we could take a 2x. To be honest, even people here are flipping for 2x. But it's getting riskier and riskier, because the volume's dying. How do we know that? Let's jump onto a 1 million and just look at the bars. What's going on with the bars? Let's have a look. Volume dying. Collection dying. Collection can't survive without volume. We need lots of volume coming back. Whatever is happening with the price, you need volume. Trading, interest. Don't have that anymore, collection's done. So right now we might have a couple of dead cat bounces, but it's not going to be anything I'm interested in unless we get that volume breaking out again. It looks like it's breaking out a little bit, but not in any kind of amazing way. So I wouldn't be interested in this unless it got a little bit higher, consolidated, and then really looked like it had some legs. But be careful jumping back into collections you made profit on, just because it might just get into random gambling there, because there isn't any strategy. I've talked about the strategies. This particular collection has already exhibited all of the strategies. It's completed wave 1. Whether it will become a wave 2 or not, we don't know, but it's looking unlikely. If it does, then that's fair enough. But let me just show you the actual transaction as well. And I'm using BonkBot for this because I just find it much easier to use. So let me just show you that. So you can see the transactions there, and you can see the timestamp here of 158. So this was the profit, and this was what I was slowly selling out of. So I didn't put much in. I think I just put I can't remember. I think it was 3 or 4 sold, and I'd already taken out some profits as well. So overall, I made a good bit on this. But this is it. Like, you look for one collection like this every day. You make your $500-$600 and you move on. And if you want to and you're ready, you can put a little bit more. But in these small collections, I never put, in wave ones so early on, I never put more than that. It's just too risky. And to be honest, you couldn't anyway. There's such little liquidity. It's hard to build a position of $2,000-$3,000 in such a small collection at the beginning. So you're just looking for the small flips. But they're more than enough. $500 a day is, a lot of money for a lot of people. That's plenty. So just look for those opportunities, trade them, and then move on. And I can call it a day now, or can carry on and look for my next trade as well. Thanks for listening.